Welcome to this essential discussion on cybersecurity. In today's interconnected world, understanding and implementing robust digital defenses is not merely an option, but a fundamental necessity for every professional in business. This session will illuminate the critical aspects of protecting our digital assets from an ever-growing array of threats. Cybersecurity encompasses the practices, technologies, and processes designed to protect our digital infrastructure. It is a comprehensive field focused on safeguarding information and systems from malicious activities and accidental damage. Its primary goal is to ensure the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of digital resources. The scope of this protection is vast, covering individual computer systems, which are the foundational units of digital operations. It also extends to the intricate networks that connect these systems, allowing data to flow and operations to function seamlessly. Crucially, cybersecurity also focuses on the data itself, which is often the most valuable asset an organization possesses. The objectives of cybersecurity are clear and multifaceted. Foremost among them is preventing unauthorized access to systems and data. This ensures that only legitimate users can view sensitive information. Equally important is preventing unauthorized use, meaning that even authorized individuals must adhere to specific parameters for accessing and utilizing resources. Furthermore, cybersecurity aims to prevent the unauthorized disclosure of sensitive information, protecting privacy and proprietary knowledge. It also works to prevent the disruption of services, ensuring business continuity and operational stability. Unauthorized modification of data is another critical concern, as altered information can lead to severe operational and financial consequences. Finally, the prevention of unauthorized destruction of data is paramount, safeguarding historical records and critical operational information. The importance of cybersecurity cannot be overstated in our modern world. We live in an era defined by our profound reliance on digital infrastructure for almost every aspect of daily life and business. From global financial markets to personal communication, digital systems are the backbone of society. This pervasive reliance on technology, however, brings with it increased vulnerability to cyber threats. The more we connect, the more points of entry exist for malicious actors. The landscape of cyber threats is dynamic and relentlessly evolving. Attackers are constantly developing more sophisticated techniques and tools to bypass existing security measures. This requires organizations to remain vigilant and adaptable. The constant arms race between defenders and attackers defines the modern digital environment. This evolving landscape means that vulnerabilities are continuously being discovered and exploited. What might be secure today could be a weakness tomorrow. Attackers relentlessly probe systems for any opening, from configuration errors to unpatched software. The range of threats is incredibly broad, spanning from simple phishing scams that target individuals. These often rely on social engineering to trick users into revealing sensitive information. On the other end of the spectrum are complex state-sponsored attacks designed to target critical infrastructure. These advanced persistent threats can disrupt national services, steal intellectual property, or sow discord. Between these extremes lie numerous other threats, each with its own methodology and objectives. Let us explore some of the most common cyber threats. Malware is a broad category encompassing malicious software like viruses, which self-replicate and spread, and worms, which can spread independently across networks. Trojans disguise themselves as legitimate software, tricking users into installing them, only to unleash hidden harmful functions. Ransomware represents a particularly insidious threat. It works by encrypting a victim's data, rendering it inaccessible. Attackers then demand a payment, typically in cryptocurrency, in exchange for a decryption key. This can cripple businesses and even entire public services, often leading to significant financial losses and operational downtime. Phishing remains one of the most prevalent and effective attack vectors. It involves deceptive emails or websites designed to trick individuals into revealing sensitive information, such as usernames, passwords, or credit card details. These scams often mimic legitimate organizations, making them difficult for untrained eyes to spot. Denial of service, or DOS, attacks aim to make a machine or network resource unavailable to its intended users. This is typically achieved by overwhelming the target system with a flood of traffic. Distributed denial of service, or DDoS, attacks escalate this by using multiple compromised computer systems to launch the attack, making mitigation even more challenging. Finally, insider threats pose a significant and often underestimated risk. These involve malicious and negligent actions by authorized individuals within an organization. Insiders may intentionally steal data or inadvertently cause breaches through carelessness or lack of awareness. Recognizing and mitigating insider threats requires both technical controls and robust security awareness programs. Effective cybersecurity relies fundamentally on a multi-layered approach, often referred to as defense in depth. This core principle dictates that robust security measures must be implemented at various levels throughout an organization's infrastructure. It acknowledges that no single solution is foolproof, and that multiple overlapping controls provide stronger protection. This layered defense extends from the individual user, who is often the first line of defense, all the way to the organizational network. Each layer is designed to catch threats that might have bypassed previous ones. This comprehensive strategy enhances resilience against diverse attack vectors and sophisticated adversaries. Let us delve into the key components that form a strong cybersecurity posture. Network security is the foundation, protecting the perimeter and internal segments of an organization's network. Firewalls are essential components, acting as barriers between trusted and untrusted networks. They monitor and control incoming and outgoing network traffic based on predefined security rules. Intrusion detection and prevention systems, or IDPS, actively monitor network traffic for suspicious activity and can automatically block or alert administrators to potential threats. Network segmentation involves dividing a computer network into smaller, isolated subnetworks. This limits the lateral movement of attackers if one segment is compromised. The overarching purpose of network security measures is to control and monitor traffic, thereby preventing unauthorized access and the spread of threats within the network. Endpoint security focuses on protecting individual devices that connect to the network, such as laptops, desktops, smartphones, and servers. Antivirus software is a basic yet crucial tool designed to detect, prevent, and remove malicious software. Endpoint detection and response, or EDR solutions, go further by continuously monitoring endpoints for suspicious activities, recording events, and providing the ability to respond to and investigate threats in real time. Device management tools help secure and control these endpoints, ensuring they comply with organizational security policies. The primary purpose of endpoint security is to safeguard these devices from malware and other threats, ensuring they do not become entry points for attackers. Data security is centered on protecting sensitive information itself, regardless of where it resides. Encryption is a cornerstone technique, transforming data into an unreadable format to prevent unauthorized access. Data loss prevention, or DLP, measures are implemented to detect and prevent sensitive data from leaving the corporate network or being used inappropriately. Access controls are vital for data security, dictating who can access specific data resources and what actions they can perform. This prevents unauthorized viewing, modification, or deletion. The main purpose of data security is to protect sensitive data from unauthorized access, disclosure, modification, or destruction throughout its lifecycle. Identity and access management, known as IAM, is crucial for controlling who can access what resources. Strong authentication methods are paramount, with multi-factor authentication, or MFA, being a critical practice. MFA requires users to provide 2 or more verification factors to gain access, significantly reducing the risk of credential theft. Role-based access control, or RBAC, assigns permissions based on a user's role within an organization. ensuring they only have access to resources necessary for their job function. The purpose of IAM is to ensure that only authorized individuals can access specific resources, preventing unauthorized privilege escalation or data breaches. Security awareness training is an often underestimated but incredibly vital component. It involves educating users on common cyber threats such as phishing, malware, and social engineering. This training also covers best practices for maintaining security, such as creating strong passwords and identifying suspicious emails. Crucially, it educates users on social engineering tactics, which exploit human psychology rather than technical vulnerabilities. The primary purpose of security awareness training is to prevent human error, as many cyber attacks succeed by manipulating employees. A well-informed workforce is a powerful defense. Incident response is the organized approach to addressing and managing the aftermath of a security breach or cyber attack. It begins with a well-defined plan that outlines roles, responsibilities, and procedures. The typical stages of incident response include detection, where the security event is identified. This is followed by containment to limit the damage and prevent further spread. Eradication focuses on removing the threat from the environment. Recovery involves restoring systems and data to normal operation. Finally, post-incident analysis is conducted to learn from the incident and implement measures to prevent recurrence. The purpose of incident response is to minimize the damage caused by security incidents and to prevent similar attacks from happening in the future. Cybersecurity is not solely the responsibility of IT professionals. It is a collaborative effort requiring commitment from every individual, organization, and government. Each stakeholder has a vital role to play in building a resilient digital ecosystem. From the highest levels of management to every end user, security must be integrated into daily operations. This shared responsibility necessitates continuous improvement in our cybersecurity posture. Staying informed about emerging threats and attack vectors is crucial for adapting defenses. Organizations must commit to implementing best practices and regularly reviewing their security protocols. This proactive stance ensures that security measures evolve alongside the threat landscape. Continuously improving security measures is an ongoing journey, not a destination. Regular audits, vulnerability assessments, and penetration testing are essential to identify weaknesses. This dedication to improvement helps navigate the complex and ever-changing world of cyber risks. The consequences of failing to uphold these cybersecurity responsibilities can be severe and far-reaching. Financial losses can be staggering, encompassing recovery costs, regulatory fines, and lost revenue due to operational downtime. The theft of intellectual property or customer data can directly impact an organization's bottom line. Reputational damage is another significant consequence. A security breach can erode customer trust, damage brand image, and lead to a loss of market share. Rebuilding a damaged reputation often takes years and considerable investment. Beyond financial and reputational impacts, cybersecurity failures can lead to the disruption of critical services. This can affect public utilities, healthcare, transportation, and other essential functions, potentially impacting national security and public safety. Finally, the compromise of national security can arise from state-sponsored attacks or the theft of classified information. Protecting critical infrastructure and government data is paramount to maintaining national defense and economic stability. Understanding these consequences underscores the critical importance of a proactive and comprehensive cybersecurity strategy for all.